Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is going to be my Elliot wave count on Bitcoin. But first of all, any views or opinions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started here. For the past few videos, I've been saying that we're kind of in this expanded flat sort of corrective structure, and we still have enough room. If I'm being honest with you, we still have enough room to still go. Um, it has, in terms of the Fibonacci levels, I mean, it has gone um, up to the 1.236% level, but it's been sort of stagnant and it's been moving sort of a bit more sideways from here. Um, we can still definitely go a little bit more higher. We can definitely hit the 1.618 when it comes to an expanded flat. And this is why I put the bigger sort of Fibonacci here from the wave 2. We might hit in around the 50% level before we see some sort of movement or some sort of rejection coming back down. And the way this sort of market is moving in, where we have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 1, this is probably an extended wave 5, which is fine. Wave 4, wave 1 don't overlap. And we could essentially see this giving us a wave 4 here, and then one more push to upside, and then basically head down, and that will complete our fourth wave before we continue going to the downside. Alternatively, wave 4 could have actually ended already here, and wave 5 is here, and wave C was completed, and the bigger sort of wave 2 degree on the higher time frame has been completed. And what we have currently is, instead of this being a impulsive move as a wave C to give us a expanded flat, what we have here is essentially a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 here, which basically is a wave 1 in the higher degree. So let me just make this a bit more smaller, a bit more clear. So wave 1, and this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. Let's just change that. Just bear with me a second. There we go. So what we have here is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. This gives us a wave 1. And what we have here from here to here is simply a 50 to 60% retracement rejection. And what we've seen here, where we are currently right now, is this sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 wave 1 of wave 3, if that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put that into a smaller degree. Let's do that as a sub-minute. Let's keep this as a minute, and keep this as a micro, and we just change the color of that to a nice green. There we go. And what that basically means is we have basically started this sort of bullish trend on Bitcoin, and we are continuing to go to the upside. We could draw a nice parallel channel here, and what we're going to see eventually happen next is, as this sort of wave 1 of wave 3 finishes, we're going to get a sort of ABC back down to about 50 to 61.8% rejection of this entire wave. And if this happens and we do see the market eventually push up higher and go beyond the 1618% level, then we're definitely on towards the upside. And wave 4 would have ended here. This would have been a wave 1, wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then what we have here is the start of the sort of next sort of bullish cycle, I believe, on Bitcoin. So obviously I gave you the bearish scenario, and this is obviously the bullish scenario. In terms of the way I see it right now, I mean, I do definitely see the 50% level already being hit, and going beyond that. We do have a low here. We do have a market structure break of this wave 4, a nice clean one, and we're starting to see the sort of pull back down. And the pullback that's coming down is not necessarily impulsive. It's coming down more correctively to then continue going to the upside. So I will probably be saying that we have already completed this bearish cycle of Bitcoin, and we are now headed towards the upside. And I think the best thing to do as of now is just to sit and wait for this sort of ABC structure to finish. And if we do get a nice price action confirmation from in and around the 50 to 61.8% level, we can then look to trade it with our stops just being below here. Obviously, this is a big stop loss, so but you get what I'm trying to say. When you follow the Elliott wave rules, we have rules when we take it, when we take profit, when where our stop loss is, where our entry is, and yeah. But that's just my genuine basic outlook on where I see Bitcoin heading in terms of the long term view of things. In terms of short term view, As we are in this sort of correction, we are getting a sort of 1 2 3 here, another 1 2 3, a pin bar rejection. Now we're now actually starting to fall down again. So this could be a sort of correction back down. So an A, B, C into a W, X, and Y. Would that give us an A? And then we get another 3 waves up into a B, and then another C again, an A, B, C, and then we're going to continue going up here. That could be a possibility. But as of now, in terms of the short term, like the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame, we are moving sideways, and it's not necessarily good to trade it. You want to wait for a sort of breakout between the ranges, you can say. Wait for a nice solid breakout between the ranges and see where price wants to move. Ideally, when the market does come off from a huge impulsive move, especially going up, and it starts moving sideways, we could possibly see either a continuation to the upside, or we can either see the market eventually just move sideways to eventually just come back down. So, in my opinion, what Elliot Wave is especially telling me is if this bullish scenario is correct, we have completed this wave 1 in a higher degree. We then have this wave 2, and where we are currently is essentially in this wave 1 here, an ABC into a wave 2. We go for a 3 4 and a 5 into a wave 3, and then a 4 5 to eventually come, and this is going to be our sort of start of the bigger cycle to the upside. However, if this bullish cycle is not correct and the 50% level of the wave from wave 2 to 3 holds from in and around here, and we don't go beyond the 1618% level around here, we can actually see this market continue to push into the downside and eventually continue declining one more down to give us our fifth and final leg of this ABC structure. And that will basically mean that the wave 2 and the wave C and the wave 5 will eventually end just a little bit more later throughout the year, or basically later in time. I hope you guys do like my video. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for all those people that are interested in mentorship. You guys will have access to my private Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys until the next one. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.